Hello. A friend of mine just sent me this Kickstarter campaign for the Vinylsonic, an ultrasonic vinyl record auto cleaner and turntable. Now, it's two separate things. They've got a record player and the cleaner. There you go, it's a record player and the cleaner. Now, the player is $139, can't expect too much for that, and the cleaner is $149. Now, if this thing were to be good, it would be an absolute steal. Because $149 for a record cleaner that works with ultrasonic sound waves pretty much, that's really good. The thing is, there's a few reasons why I'm a bit skeptical. Let's first check the video they made. Let's stop it right there. So first of all, apparently you play the thing like an accordion or a piano. There's a lot of button pressing involved. This is supposed to be a clean record. Look closely. I don't know, but that doesn't look very clean to me. Gets better. See the spots? I can point at the screen, that's not going to work. But see the spots on the record? That's not a clean record at all, or a dry record for that matter. But then check how she's moving this arm. I don't know, but that is not a smooth moving arm at all. So I do think it's a mock-up. I don't think this is an actual functioning model, but still. This all makes a lot of sense. It's to use the record cleaner with 7-inch and 10-inch records. So, you know, I like the fact that it exists. I'm just wondering how serious they really are. The video they didn't take very seriously. And you could be like, oh, it's just a video. It's just, you know, an atmospheric impression. Okay. So later you get an actual demo. Let me show you the demo. And then it gets a bit weird. We're going to go back to the cartridge in a second. I know you've already seen it. Look closely. That doesn't sound very good, but okay. Let's do this again. Oh, a bit further back. So, two things. Well, three things actually. First of all, that stylus is never going to be at the right angle on this record. More about that later. Then, I didn't see him lower the lift in any way. So I'm not sure if the needle scraped across the record when he pulled it there. But as far as I can tell, it's still floating above the record. And then third of all, it's starting in the middle of a song. You can see where the grooves are. And yet you get the perfect beginning of the song. They do make it sound like it's coming from the room. It is correct. It is actually an ELO record. At least it's the ELO label. And we are listening to ELO. So that is all right. But they want you to believe that this sound is coming from this record player. And it definitely does not do that. I see an Audio-Technica AT3600 cartridge, which is, I mean, the angle is off, and it's never going to track properly like that because it's in no way in a correct curvature when like in a correct angle to the record. That arm does not fit that record player properly. So again, it may be a mock-up, but they could have tried to make it look good. Also, there is supposed to be a counterweight somewhere, but that can't be a lot of weight there. So very skeptical about the design. They're going to have to change quite a lot. And then there's a testimonial. So I haven't watched this yet. And we're going to see what this guy has to say and comment on it for a bit. Let's see.
Tony, and today I'm going to be talking about
Hi, Tony.
The Vinylsonic record cleaner, as well as the Vinylsonic turntable. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the product so far and the experience that I've had. And I also want to show you a little bit about how it works. So for someone who does collect vinyl and listen to records frequently, something that comes with
Someone who collects vinyl and listens to records frequently usually does not stack them on top of each other. I'm not too worried about the fingers here. He's going to clean them after all. But yeah, that's not how you want to demo being a record collector. Also, look at that arm on the right, on that record player. It's tilted way forward, so it's going to sound pretty aggressive. But also it looks like the back of the head shell is actually riding the record. It's almost looking like it's bent like that. Yeah, hard to take that serious.
That is the hand cleaning of each record, right? So when you have dust that builds up over time, or micro dB, you have to clean the records in order to listen to your vinyl with that quality that you want. And so for me,
if you really care about the quality that you want, you're probably not going to buy a $139 record player or a Bose sound system in the corner of your kitchen, but okay.
Using a brush or a cleaning agent is something that does take time and is more of a manual process, obviously. And I'm all about practicality and efficiency, so that's what led me to automating that process and going with something with Vinylsonic, which is basically the click of a button, right? So as soon as you want to clean your records, you fill it up with water inside of here. Within this crevice, I poured water inside of it, which is what is cleaning it, right? So there's a tank right here that you pull out. You pour the water into here, put the tank back in, and then from there, you place the record in as so. Fits like a glove, right? And then the first way to...
If it's just using water, I'm a bit surprised that he reuses what's already in there. But okay. That's I just don't see why, but okay.
Clean it is by pressing clean and start. Boom. It's going, right? So now it's spinning and rotating in circle, and there's ultrasonic cleaning.
What baffles me here is how not wet the record is getting. I'm going to show you another record cleaner. Look at this. See this line? That's where the record gets soaked. It's going back and forth. It's a bit of a more elaborate cleanup, but it's a properly soaked record, as you can see there. It's all wet, which it needs to be because you want to break the surface tension and get into the grooves. Maybe using water is not a bad idea for that. You may want to use some cleaning liquid, but still, this doesn't seem to get any water onto the record. I'm a bit surprised by that.
Technology that is happening within inside of this product that's allowing the record to get cleansed, eliminating the mold and the dust that builds up through those grooves. So it takes about 2 minutes and a minimum to clean the record, or you can have deep cleanse with a 5-minute clean. So once that's done, you also have either a 5-minute or a 10-minute dry option. So you can dry your products within 5 to 10 minutes.
Your products.
Depending on how much you actually want to dry them.
Why would I want to only so dry a record? It's a very bad idea because you always have calcium in the water and other stuff. You don't want that on your record, so you want to dry it properly. This to me says that it's probably just a very slow thing. But
so now it's drying, right? And what you'll find is that the water that was sitting inside of this crevice is now being sent to an attached or detachable water tank that sits right here. So now it's drying the product, and it's actually removing the water. It's doing a really good job of actually cleaning the record so that it's ready to play as soon as it's done with the cycle.
It's almost like he's disappointed by what he's seeing himself.
So now you can see the record does not have any water stains left
I see droplets, mate! What the hell?
on it. So if I remove it here,
And you put your fingers on it.
it's pretty much
Yeah, pretty much, exactly.
all dried up. You see any water stains?
Can I just say, I used to manually wash records and I would just put them in a little rack for records and blow a fan at them. Also took 5 minutes, so I'm not really seeing how this is a good system.
So there you have it.
Okay, that was all. I expected more somehow. Yeah, so I'm a bit confused because that record was not dry or clean. Let's see what we can find about the... what's in the box? Oh, here we go. A water level marker. Is that a stick? Okay. water tank filters, okay, fair enough. And then you have the record player and an adapter. How many volts is that? Only says supported voltage, okay. So this is one of those things where you're like, it does 33, 45 and 78, yes. There is a 78 RPM stylus for this cartridge, if they are actually going to supply it with this cartridge. Now I am a bit worried about how easy it's going to be to exchange the stylus, because it needs to go in at a bit of an angle, which is going to be very challenging with this setup, but it should be doable. But the fact that it has 33, 45 and 78 gives me the idea that it's one of those cheap mechanisms that they put on in every record player these days. A cheap record player. I don't think it's going to be a very great setup. What's the difference? KS Special. Okay, that's a different tiers depending on how early you are. Shipping fees. Yeah, what's this then?
Hi, I'm
Jerry. We have another
from
video.
Vinylsonic, and
Hi Jerry. This is actually from Vinylsonic. Okay.
this is Vinylsonic. An all-in-one.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at the angle on that cartridge. Oh my goodness. That is not looking great at all. It's also not right in the record, because you can see the record go up and down and the cartridge doesn't. Look.
An all-in-one ultrasonic vinyl cleaner machine to clean your records and a vinyl turntable to play your records.
Not
If you're
syncing,
a vinyl collector
obviously.
or enthusiast, you understand what a clean, static-free vinyl record does for better sound quality. And cleaning your records manually, by hand, can be time-consuming and sometimes ineffective. Music is a language without borders and should be shared by all. We at Vinylsonic want to provide an easier, more effective vinyl cleaning method to make vinyl music and maintenance more accessible to music lovers around the world. Vinylsonic is a budget-friendly, hassle-free, hands-free, automatic solution to minimize damage to the records while maximizing cleaning results. All you do is insert your records accordingly. Pour water into the detachable water tank, press
According to what?
start, and choose from one of 6 different cleaning modes to begin your deep cleaning. You can have your records back in 2, 5, or 10 minutes depending on your level of cleanse.
I still don't get that. You want your records back clean and dry, not semi-clean or semi-dry. And 10 minutes is long. That's very long. So I don't see how that's. Oh well, whatever.
Once clean, take your records and enjoy a superior sound.
Here we go again.
The Vinylsonic turntable.
We didn't get the rough arm movement. Okay, there's luxurious design styles, which is a completely different record player now with a completely different arm. This looks a bit better, to be honest. And then there's whatever this mock-up is. Yeah, guys, I don't think you have those actually. Also, does it have built-in speakers? Am I seeing that right? Okay, December. Right, I'll be back in December, it looks like, because I actually want to read up on this and see if anyone's ever going to review it, and if they're going to manage to make something good out of this, because as it sits right now, the record player is definitely not working, the cleaner doesn't seem to be working very well. Yes, internal speaker, I just found that now. I am very skeptical about this one. But hey, I'm giving them free exposure, and I'm gonna be honest, could be okay for the money once they get it done, but so far it looks shocking, really shocking. Yeah, they probably should have made slightly better mock-ups, or none at all, because this just looks painful. Let's see where this is gonna go. For now, what was it called again? Vinylsonic looks like a particularly shabby excuse for a record player. Apparently there's only 15 left, so if people are going to test this, I'm pretty sure there's going to be some YouTubers who are going to make videos on that. I am honestly curious, but I'm not going to spend my money on this, so I'm just going to wait, see what the other YouTubers have to say about it, and then hopefully have a good laugh about it, or find out that it's actually a good product and maybe even buy one of those ultrasonic record cleaners, because I am intrigued. If that thing works well, it could be an absolute steal. I don't think so though. That's all actually, that's all I was still thinking, if it works well, they could have made it way more expensive, because the next step up is way more expensive, like $3.99 for an ultrasonic one would sell like mad. So asking one for $59, it's probably just going to be a gimmick. Have a good night.